I posted a question about accidentally playing two strings at the same time. When I play this one, which is the D string, I tend to play the G or the A string at the same time. And when I play the A string, I tend to play the E or the D string at the same time. And some people wanted to see my bridge so they could critique it to see if it's a bridge issue or not. One thing I've noticed is that the E string is really digging into the bridge quite a bit, way further than when it started. And also for the A string is digging into the bridge way farther than it was a week or two ago. And you can see from the D string that I had to reset it because it was way too deep and was impossible to play without accidentally playing the other two strings. The G string seems to be fine. I'm guessing because it's a wider string, it doesn't bite so much, and I'm guessing these two uh, bite in a bit because I'm playing them quite a bit, and I'm guessing this one bites in a lot because it is the E string, and so it is is a lot thinner, and so it's going to dig quicker. Also to note, at the nut, I have a feeling that E string is it came from the factory that way, dug really deep, and the A string not much better, and that's what you get for $50. But here's the bridge so that you can see how they're lined up. I'm trying to get into focus. I'm new to this camera work, so bear with me. But as I rotate it here, you can see the clearance that I have. Here's the clearance that you have with the A string. Here's the clearance you have with the D string, and I don't have so much problem with the D string as I do the A string, and you can see that there's a much greater uh, clearance with the D string. And just for to answer any questions, here's how much my bow uh, stretches. Let's see if I can get this set right. You can see. That's the middle of my bow right there. And let's see if I can get that in focus without. Oh, man, that is difficult to do with the camera setup that I've got. But I would say there's approximately, with pressure, and this is just the bow pressure on it, this is not my hand, I would say there's between a quarter and an eighth, so 3/16 of an inch clearance in there. And one last question that was asked was about my bow holding, and I watched a video from Itzhak Perlman on. I watched several videos on bow holding, and each one had a different bow hold. Now, I figured I'd pay more attention to Itzhak Perlman because he's a bigger name and has more fame and has applied his knowledge to more success than anybody else. So here's the bow hold that I have. He said to pinch the middle and the thumb like that. He called it the Hungarian hold, or I believe that's what he called it. The pinky everybody said the pinky goes here, just kind of, and then the index finger rests. My initial hold that I read about was this right here. The thumb was to go right here and like this, and then the pinky was to just rest horizontally. And what I found with that is I didn't have, whenever you pulled, it was not maintaining a horizontal control, because as you can see, there's nothing really that's holding that horizontal, except if you have your fingers, but then it only holds it one way and it's allowed to slip that way. Where the bow hold that Itzhak Perlman explained, at least to the best of my knowledge of understanding it, obviously I couldn't have his feedback, is to pinch right here at the frog, at the hold that the frog has, and so that controls your vertical, your horizontal control. The index here, pinky here controls the vertical, and so it gives it a little stronger hold than what I was doing, and I'm finding that's giving me better bow control. And I'm not, when I play, I'm not really forcing the bow onto the string more than allowing the weight of the bow itself to sit on the string. And so that's what I took away. And I'm still, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I'm gonna be, but I'm not where I was as far as my playing. I'm not forsaking my playing. I am so excited to learn how to play the violin. And my playing is better than it was 4 weeks ago when I first picked up a violin. I can't wait for COVID to be over so I can actually meet other people that are playing violin, that I can get some visual feedback on my playing to do better. One of the things I'm still having to figure out is how to rest the chin, how to rest the violin on the cheek or chin bone, and I'll figure that after I figure out how to hold the bow. I'll worry about proper placement. And that's it.